Hello everyone. If you're watching this message, it means that I'm not back in time for class. I will do my best to be in class sometime during your session here today. However, I've prepared this video to help us understand what we're going to do today. So first things first, I need you to log into the Google site associated with the game. You can find this on your Blackboard page. At the top left-hand corner, there's a web link. You can also look at any of the emails that I've sent you that have shared the website information, and then go from there. What I need you to do first is go to Pre-Game Decisions. Depending on what your page looks like, you'll have to click on the little triangle here for setting up and go down to Pre-Game Decisions. From there, we're on day 2, Geopolitical Formation. So you can see choose country style, choose aid package. Group quiz, that will be handed out afterwards. And then demo poll everywhere software, we'll cover that as well. So first things first, pre-game decision. If you scroll down, you'll see this short form. Enter your group leader's name, enter your team number, so remember which number you are. When does class start? So if this is the 1:30 class, then you'd put 1:30. If this is the 2:55 class, you'll put 2:55. From there, you need to pick a lander. Your top pick, your second pick, and your third pick. For example, this is going to be first come, first serve. So 5 groups, log onto the site very quickly, choose your pick. If 2 people choose Islander right away, then nobody else will be able to be Islander. Okay, you can choose that as your first pick, but you won't get it. And then I will choose for you the second pick that you wanted. So if you put Islander, if 3 people put Islander, and I will take the first 2 respondents, and then that third group that was unfortunate to get Islander, they will get their second pick. Okay, so that's how that stuff will work. And then finally, what is your starting package? Which one do you want? This doesn't matter who picks what, as far as, you know, a limit on number of teams. Each of you can all do A, you could all do B, all do C, etc. You don't have to do all of them, anything like that. One thing I'll remind you of is houses. Those are shelters. 5 citizens can live in one house. You will start off the game with 3 citizens. So you will have 2 rounds to start thinking about building that next house before your citizen starts to die. Because remember, you will gain 1 extra citizen per round. So by the time you get the 6th citizen, which would be in round 3, you better have a second house built. So for those of you that don't have the ability to produce iron ore or wood based on which type of lander you chose, you are going to be trading that in the trade rounds, in the first few rounds of the game. So you have to focus on that. Think about your opportunity cost, your comparative advantage, your specialization. That all comes into play pretty darn quick here. The other thing is clothing. You have 5 clothings, 3 citizens, so you have 2 extra clothings for now. You have to be thinking about textiles and building clothes. You have 10 water. That should be sufficient for a few rounds, but you have to be thinking about getting some water. Every country can produce water. And then this is where you kind of differ. Textile, 2 wheat, 3 berry, 1 crude oil, 3 ore, 1 wheat. One strategy here is you've already got a start on your food. Another strategy is you've got a textile, so you can make a 6th unit of clothing immediately. Okay, so you have to think about those things. I need you to complete that form tomorrow during class. 1 form per group, and then that'll give me detailed information. And I will email you over the weekend, so be very mindful of the email. In addition, I would like you to look at 2015 spring teams. Okay. I will put some information up here for you as well, so check back to this website each day over the weekend. I know that's a lot of work, but hey, each of you has responsibilities, so if you want to elect the Prime Minister to do that and communicate to the group before game day starts, by all means, that's your decision. Look at other pages here. Again, the landers, the ministers, the citizens, policies. Make sure you understand all that stuff. And again, there is a facts, answers, questions page here. You can put in a question that you want to ask, what type of question, and then type in your question, leave this section blank, and I will answer it later on for you. through the weekend. I've already set up some of the most common questions from last semester, so be sure to read through those to see if some of your answers are available, that you might have similar questions. Okay. From there, you really should spend class time looking at some strategy. I've already talked to a couple students that stopped me in another class that I'm teaching. And I said, here's our strategy. We're going to be a warfaring nation. We're going to build up a military and we're going to conquer other people. All right? That's their decision. That's within the rules of the game. So you might want to consider adding diplomats to the game. You might want to build up your own military so that you have a good chance of defending yourself. For each military level, you gain an additional die. So if you have standing army, you get 3 dice to roll in combat. And we will add those up. So the game of war for a card game, similar process. If the attacker rolls a 6, because they have 1 die, and you have 2 die, and you roll a 2 and a 2 for a total of 4, they still win. You can use the dice to try to increase your total sum of your dice roll, but people can still win with 1 dice. The other thing, look up the diplomats under the policies information. For every diplomat that exists in the game, the attacker has to roll a higher roll than that number of diplomats. So if there's 4 diplomats in the game, the attacker has to roll a 4, 5, or 6 in order to even possibly attack. If they roll a 3, 2, or a 1, they cannot attack. That's like saying the United Nations has passed a resolution that says if you attack this nation, we're going to bomb the heck out of you. So tie goes to the attacker. So when you want to attack, that's the first thing you do is a dice roll to determine if it's even possible to attack. And then if you're successful, then you can do the game where you have to roll dice. Look up the policy on tanks and jet fighters because those can change the number of dice available during a combat roll. Okay? Look over the game equipment section. It should give you some detailed information. You will be able to use iPads in the game on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Look over the Poll Everywhere website. If you go over to the market information, it'll explain how this works. Play around with it during class time. Yes, I am advocating that you play around with mobile devices during class time. Be mindful of what you have to do and complete those tasks, but then go to this page, look at the Poll Everywhere site, log into it, or do a text. Again, Michael, RATAJ 041 to 37607. Once you do that, you wait, and then you can type a text response. Okay, you don't do all of that in one text. First, you do the text with the name jargon in it, as your subject, and then your number is 37607, and then you wait until you get feedback from the website. It'll send you a message of successfully connected. Then every text you send after that will automatically show up on the Poll Everywhere website. Okay? And you can click on the website to see the feedback. I will display that in class on the projector, but I will also help you load it on your iPad on Monday. So again, Monday we're going to take about 10 minutes to set up the game so you understand how pieces get together. There will be several volunteers. Again, lots of students loved playing this game last semester. So they're volunteering their time. They're not being paid. They're not getting extra credit, anything like that. They're volunteering their time. So be kind to them. They will be helpful. They'll be running around the room helping you out. Okay? That's all I have for you. Again, check out the page. I'll be updating. I'll be doing 60-second clips if I get enough feedback on the FAQ section over the weekend where I might be able to help you with a question that you have. Okay? Good luck.